Hello! So how's everyone? I am doing good. And I am just about to finish my green tea. I am drinking this McCoy teas. I love the taste of it. And while doing so, I am filming this duping the vibes of the Melt Gemini palette. So this palette right here with me, this is the IMAGIC High Heels palette, and as you can see, this is heavily inspired by the Melt Gemini palette, but I think that they have expanded the shade range, and there's no matte black. I have swatched this palette in my previous video, so you can check it out. I will put the card somewhere right here. And as I have said on that video, this palette cannot be a dupe for the Gemini palette because the tones, especially the green ones, are much different from the Melt palette. And so I have conducted my little research, and I have my notes in here. So I have taken down notes from Temptalia's website, and I will link her article in the description box. So this is my little script that I have to read for you. So let's start with the first shade. The first shade from the Gemini palette is the Luna shade. It's a matte, soft, peachy brown shade with warm undertones, and I cannot find anything similar to that from this palette. This cake shape doesn't show up on my skin at all. Like when I try to blend this shade, it doesn't show up. So the closest thing that I could find is from this Zeesea Almond Milk Tea palette. So it's the shade number 8. Oh, and I will put it here. And then the next shade that we are trying to do is the Gemini shade. It's a medium reddish copper with sparkly metallic finish, and the closest thing that I could find is this gift shade from the High Heels palette. Okay, so let's put it here. Oh, and by the way, I have noticed that in some swatches, this shade leans more of a peachy golden, and sometimes it looks like a beige. But I am just gonna follow the description from Temptalia's website. And then the next shade is the Lorelei shade. It's a matte medium orange brown with warm undertones. Supposed to be, it's this shade, but it leans more on the yellow side, so I don't wanna use it for this video. So instead, I am using this Emperor shade from the BH Cosmetics Royal Affair palette. This is a limited edition palette, but I can always make a swatch video for this one, so let me know if you are interested. Okay, so let's put this one here. And I'm so sorry, my swatches are slanted. The next shade is Polka Dot. It's described as medium brown with warm undertones. It's a matte shade. And the truest warm brown that I could find is from this Vice Cosmetics Keri eyeshadow palette. Next is Cupcake. It's a matte medium dark brown with warm undertones. And I'm gonna pick this shade, Crow. It's the darkest shade in this palette, and as you can see, I have hit fan of this. This is my favorite matte in this palette. Okay, so let's put it here. Next shade is Bonnie. It's a matte deep black, and I am covering this one because the shimmer tar shade is included in my Pandox eyeshadows, and I don't want to show you sneak peek, so let's just cover that one up and let's swatch this matte iris shade. It's the deepest matte black eyeshadow that I currently own. Okay, so let's watch it. So the next shade is Leo. It's a matte medium dark green with subtle warm olive undertones. So just a little fun fact, if you are astrology girly like me, I am a Leo sun with Mars in Gemini, and then Moon in Sagittarius, Rising in Pisces, and Venus in Virgo. I know that nobody cares, but I just want to share. So for that shade, I am choosing this Carefree shade from the MOIRA Time to Shine palette. I have yet to swatch this palette, so if you're also interested, just let me know. And I know that this shade leans more on the khaki side, but I don't have a dark matte olive green, so I'll just pick the shade. That looks sheer, so I just put some more. And I have to admit, the Gemini palette is so hard to dupe for me, because I just realized upon making this video that I don't have I have a lot of green eyeshadows, but most are on the true greens and the khaki sides. I don't have much olive greens. The next shade is the Golds. It's a light medium green with strong warm yellow undertones with a metallic sheen. It's one of the shades that it is so hard to find in my collection. But the closest thing that I could find is this elf shade. This shade on this palette is more of like an eyeshadow topper. It's lighter than Golds. Okay, so let's swatch. It is lighter and sheerer than Golds. I'll just have to layer it. Next is the Fire OG shade. It's a matte muted medium olive green with warm undertones. The closest thing that I could find is this Tango shade. It is lighter than Fire OG, but I'll have to layer it. Maybe if I layer this one, it's not. Yeah, but that's the closest thing that I could find. The last shade that we're trying to do is Mochi. It's a matte dark mustard yellow shade, and the only thing that I have that is close to that shadow is this moth shade from the Narimi Dirty Wood palette. I have already swatched this palette, and I will link a card somewhere in here so you can watch that video. It's more on the green side, but I think it matches the Gemini palette perfectly well. Okay. So this is my work. So this is what I have come up with. I know it doesn't really look like the Melt Gemini palette, but I did my best. But I guess my best wasn't good enough. When Melt said that they make the best warm tones, I mean like warm browns and olive greens, they were not joking. Like, I spent 2 nights trying to search for olive greens in my collection, and I can't find half of the shades that I'm trying to dupe, so I'll give it to Melt when they said that they make the best olive greens, because they do. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you'll be back to see my upcoming videos. I think that I will also have to dupe the Gemini palette, like the Gemini 2, because I think I can dupe that color story than this original Gemini palette. So let me know if you are interested, and again, thank you so much for watching, and stay safe. Bye. Then the next shade we will be trying to dupe is the Gemini shade. Oh, there's an ad right here. But this one, oh my god, what happened? I'm so sorry. But oh my god, what is happening? Hello. What's happening? Are we okay?